Okay, we're gonna learn about the Dorito history of Doritos, which is funny because we just finished off a bag of Doritos the other day because I've been craving them a lot. Which is your favorite Dorito flavor? What is your favorite Dorito flavors? I like the original, and I like the Cool Ranch. Those ones are the best. Hell yeah, look at this. Look at these beautiful, beautiful Doritos. Nacho cheese. Wait, there's nacho cheese flavored. Wait, wait, is there actually nacho cheese flavored Doritos, or is that just the original flavor? What? They have nacho sweet chili? Huh? Sweet chili? I spelled chili wrong. Oh. Have I tried these ones? I don't think I've tried these. The barbecue one. I've tried the barbecue, but oh, sweet chili heat. The sweet chili heat ones are pretty good. I still do prefer the Cool Ranch. The red Doritos are the best, the original. Yeah, I've tried the barbecue Doritos. I don't really care for those ones myself. What the frig is nacho cheese Doritos? Oh, this is just the what? This is just the original Doritos then. Okay, yeah, it's the red bag. Okay, this is just the original flavor. Yeah, this one's delicious. Sweet chili is a purple bag? Okay. So then it's not the same as sweet chili heat. Yeah, sweet chili heat, which you can't see because I'm in the way, but you know, it is there. I've heard Cool Ranch is called Cool American Flavor in other countries. What, really? But it's so good. It's so good. Okay, so these are some Dorito flavors here. This is the sweet and tangy barbecue. And then we have, what the frig is this? I've never seen these before. And what the frig is golden sriracha? Flaming hot Doritos? Those sound good, but I'd probably only be able to eat a few at a time. Here's the nacho cheese. They have spicy nacho. They have salsa. Cool Ranch. They have Dorito tortilla chips. They freaking have these Dorito minis now. Ooh, white cheddar nacho. Wow. So many different flavors of Doritos. Hell yeah. All right. Let's learn about the history of Doritos.
In the pantheon of branded tortilla chips, none stand as tall, nor as mouth roof ripping, as Doritos. The first tortilla chips to be launched nationally, Doritos paved the way for salty snack treats to thrive in America's collective mouths. But while Doritos are almost synonymous with stoners, parties, and cookouts today,
Now I want them
the
again.
crunchy treat rose from decidedly humble and unexpected beginnings. So, today, we're taking a look at the history of Doritos. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. And don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what other iconic snack foods you would like to hear about next. Okay, lick the red dust off your fingers.
What?
This one has some bold flavor.
Damn. Okay.
The story of the world's most delicious flavored tortillas started in 1955, when the corporate conglomerate worlds of Frito-Lay and Disney collided. That year, the snack food giant and the House of Mouse teamed.
Oh my god, Cheetos are so good as well. I love Cheetos. And yeah, Ruffles. Lay's chips are like kind of meh. They're whatever. I like Cheetos, Ruffles, and Doritos.
up to open an authentic Mexican restaurant called Casa de Fritos in Disneyland. It wasn't long before the restaurant became a hit. Nothing makes Space Mountain more thrilling than riding it with a belly full of enchiladas. A local tortilla factory, Alex Foods, supplied tortillas for some of the restaurant's dishes. One day, a salesman from the company stopped by and noticed kitchen workers throwing away stale tortillas. Aghast, he suggested the workers cut up the stale tortillas, fry them, and serve them to guests. In other words, the beloved junk food began as literal junk. The chips became a massive hit among park visitors, but nobody was thinking about a junk food empire yet. Not until Arch West, Frito-Lay's vice president of marketing at the time, whose name sounds like a yoga move, visited the park in 1964 and took a bite of the chips. He immediately fell in love and convinced his bosses to let Alex Foods mass-produce them for Frito-Lay. In one of his final
Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh my god, what do you mean you guys are throwing out the stale chips? No, just fry them and serve them anyways. Doesn't matter.
interviews published by Maxim in 2011, West noted Doritos were unique among other chips at the time. He said Doritos circumvented the normal R&D process. New products typically came from the lab, but our spicy friend was a more organic invention. West pitched the idea of cutting the chips into triangles to reduce waste. Then it was simply a matter of coming up with a name.
Okay.
While some sources claim the name Doritos came from the Spanish word Doradito, meaning little golden, West wove a slightly different tale. He was inspired by the word oro, which means golden. He then added the ito suffix to make sure customers knew it was part of the Frito brand of products. As for the D, West just decided to put the letter in front of his...
I had no idea. I had no idea. I never, ever made that connection. Never. Reduces food waste, so it's a good idea. Yeah. I wouldn't think that, like, myself, because I'm like, if something goes stale, it's bad. Just throw it out. There's the taco flavor I was talking about. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever seen this flavor before. What the heck?
His made-up word on a whim. The chips were such a hit that Alex Foods couldn't keep up, and production of Doritos moved to Frito-Lay's Tulsa plant shortly.
Oh, similar to how you could take recently stale bread and turn it into toast. Oh, yeah, isn't like croutons stale bread or something? That's true.
After. In 1966, the
Toasted
Frito-Lay
corn?
company released Doritos to the
yeah, the
public,
taco
and
flavor.
the chip became an overnight success. Since then, numerous flavors have come and gone. The chips have starred in some memorable as well as some awful ad campaigns.
Nacho cheese flavored Doritos brand tortilla chips.
Oh my gosh.
West was given accolades for his role in creating Doritos, and when he passed away in 2011, he was laid to rest with a snack in his casket, hopefully with some antacids too. When he was interred at Westland Memorial Park on October 1st, 2011, his daughter sprinkled some Doritos on his urn as part of the funeral, saying, "He'll love it."
Wow. That's kind of cute.
While a common sight today, branded tortilla chips like Doritos weren't always a staple of the grocery store snack aisle. In the 1940s, a woman named Rebecca Webb Carranza became a pioneer in producing tortilla chips in the United States. Carranza ran the El Zarape Tortilla Factory and decided to take some of the misshapen tortillas home for a party. She cut them into triangles and fried them, essentially creating what would become the tortilla chip. She soon began selling them as tort chips at her deli and factory, and later had success selling them all along the West Coast.
Oh my god, I want I want an artichoke goat cheese dip now. Or like a spinach goat cheese dip. Oh, so yummy.
When Frito-Lay unveiled Doritos a short time later, they became the first tortilla chip to be launched nationally in the United States. Unfortunately, they were still a few years away from achieving icon status. Their inaugural flavor, released in 1966, was toasted corn. Yeah, it was chip-flavored. Toasted corn proved to be a runaway success. And while the flavor was discontinued in 2019 in the USA, you can still snag some in the form of lightly salted Doritos if you're willing to go across the pond. 1967 introduced the magnificent and popular taco flavor to the world. It was also a great success and made Doritos a household name. Then nacho cheese flavor arrived in 1972 and subsequently ruined all other snack foods forever. Seriously? They could have just stopped right there. You can't approve perfection. However, the brand continued to experiment with other flavors from the 1970s onward. There was even an attempt at sour cream and onion Doritos for a short time.
Oh.
Some things are better left unmade. Fortunately, it was discontinued sometime during the 1980s. And while it made it
Funny because sour cream and onion is one of my favorite Ruffle chips flavor, but I don't imagine that it would taste good on tortilla like the Dorito chips. You have 15 cents a bag. Yeah, now bags of chips are like freaking here they're like $5. It's insane. It's insane.
did an appearance as a limited-time throwback flavor in 2012, it remained tragically locked in the Doritos vault, alongside the Frito Bandito.
Hey, maybe you like better some lead, huh?
As one of America's favorite chip brands, Doritos released several unique flavors throughout the 80s and 90s, including Cool Ranch.
Cool
New
Ranch.
Cool Ranch flavored Doritos. They taste
Yes.
as good as they crunch.
Despite being one of the prime Dorito flavors, Cool Ranch Doritos didn't enter the junk food scene until 1986, 20 years after the first Doritos hit the shelves.
Wow.
I know, it's weird. Feels like we've known each other forever. Eventually, Doritos experimented with other types of chips as well, including 3D Doritos, which are basically a spicier
What?
version of Bugles. Other chip ventures included small tube chips called Rolitos, dual flavored chips called Doritos Collisions, baked chips, and chips with different mystery flavors.
Wow.
Which sounds like a fun
So
idea until
many.
the mystery flavors turn out to be things like cheeseburger and Mountain Dew, two things that go hand in hand with Doritos,
What?
but were never meant to go on Doritos.
No.
And if you do have a favorite flavor, hopefully it's not one that's been discontinued. Just like the legendary sour cream and onion flavored Doritos, flavors of the chip get retired regularly. Sometimes it's because of a limited time promotion or an experiment. Other times,
Oh, wasabi. Blech. I do not like wasabi. Personally, no.
it's like Mountain Dew and cheeseburgers getting put out to
Freaking
pasture.
Mountain
Whatever
Dew
the case,
flavor.
there
Oh,
are a
that
ton of
sounds
Doritos
disgusting.
flavors and styles that are no longer on the store shelves. There was even a Chester's cheese flavor that was available for a short time that combined the powdery deliciousness of Cheetos with
Oh.
the aerodynamic majesty of Doritos. The flavor
Okay.
debuted around 1995, but it was discontinued shortly after its debut. A similar fate befell Jumping Jack Cheese Doritos. It might seem hard to believe, but today's Doritos are a little bit different from the original product. In 1994, the chip underwent a $50 million redesign to make them larger and more flavorful.
Wow.
What else would you expect from a brand whose one-time slogan
$50 million to make them bigger? And then they probably reduce the size again now.
was attack the sack with a snack that fights back? The redesign produced Doritos that were 20% larger and 15% thinner. The new and improved chips also carried more flavor
Okay.
seasoning and had rounded corners. Why the rounded corners? The change coincided with a 1995 lawsuit against the brand brought by a man named Charles Grady, who insisted the chips were dangerous. While demolishing a bag of America's favorite flavor-dusted snack, Grady claimed to suffer an esophageal tear at the hands of the tortilla chips. He sought to bring
Oh
in
my
expert
God.
testimony from a retired professor who performed plenty of tests on the chip. Although, notably, none of the tests involved actually chewing a Dorito. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court eventually threw the case out because it smacked of a high school science experiment and didn't have any bearing on the consumption of foodstuffs. Sometimes, a bag of chips can be a little too spicy. In 2015, one British Dorito fan got more than she bargained for when she picked up a bag of Doritos roulette
Oh,
chips.
no.
Although in the UK, they're called crisps.
Have you seen my crisps?
Despite the fact that this
Yeah, I
is
was thinking the same thing. / you're like chew your chips with the. If you chew the chip, there is a less likely chance of an esophageal tear or whatever the hell it was called.
obviously incorrect. True to the
Hey,
name,
Gordon
the
Ramsay.
roulette-branded Doritos contained a few incredibly spicy chips in each bag.
Oh
There was
my
even a
gosh.
prominent warning on the package stating, warning, some of these chips
yeah,
are
literally warning in big. What the frig?
ultra spicy. That warning is only going to make kids want them more. According to a 2015 report in The Guardian, a student at George Pinder School in Scarborough ate a packet of the chips at lunch with her one day
Oh,
and began to
no.
experience breathing trouble. The chip was so spicy, it nearly triggered the student's asthma, although luckily the
Wow.
episode passed without an attack. The incident elicited a generic response from Doritos' corporate spokesperson, stating, "We were sorry to hear about what happened. We do warn people to expect a seriously spicy experience with Doritos Roulette, and we make this clear on the pack and in
Look,
adverts."
they put a
In other
warning
words,
on
when
the
you decide to
package,
party
like-
with Doritos Roulette, you're accepting a small amount of risk. Yo, the game is the game. In 2021, the food blog Delish announced the brand would make a comeback soon. Today, they found a new popularity on TikTok under hashtag Doritos Dare to be Burned. Speaking of Doritos on TikTok, the craziest development in the snack food's history is arguably the time a teenage girl sold a jacked up Dorito for the price
Is
of a
this valuable or should I just eat it? I found a puffed up Dorito. That sign won't stop me because I can't read. Oh, God.
new car. According to a 2021 Business Insider report, 13-year-old Queensland native Riley Stewart found a strangely puffy chip in her bag of Doritos. Stewart asked her followers what to do. After receiving irresponsible but boring advice like, put it in a museum, she did what most of us would do in her situation. She put it on eBay for an opening bid of 99 cents. After her TikTok video attracted over 4 million views, her eBay listing caught the attention of Doritos officials, who bought the puffed-up chip for $20,000.
What? Are you freaking kidding me? So all I have to do is go to freaking the store and find a puffed Dorito and I can get 20K? How do you get this lucky? What the hell?
Raising Stewart's entrepreneurial spirit. Well, the saying goes, the only two things certain in life are death and taxes. There's actually a third certainty, inflation. And not even the mighty Dorito is immune. Recently, inflation...
It's kind of cool for Doritos to buy it from her for that much. Yeah, like... What the heck? That's insane. Insane.
has caused one of the most beloved tortilla chips of all time to reduce the volume of its bags. Frito-Lay told Newsweek earlier this year that each bag of Doritos would now contain 5 fewer chips. Effectively reduce the size of Doritos currently on the shelves from 9.75 ounces to 9.25 ounces.
Yep.
While that may not sound like much,
and then they will also cost more.
Nothing riles up people more than smaller portions.
Why does he have a woman's engagement ring on? I'm confused. Kitsuya, how did you lose 40K? We're no longer gambling at the casino. We're gambling on Dorito bags. Yep. Now we just have to hoard all the Dorito bags and hope to find the puffed up chip. Freaking chip. Whatever. Oh yeah, Doritos here. Bags of chip here are expensive. Yeah, definitely AI. Because, like, what the frig is going on with this hand? What the hell?
Despite this injury, the brand is still going strong and retains its popularity today. You just have to buy an extra bag if you want the same number of chips. And more Doritos usually never hurt anybody. So what do you think? What's your favorite Doritos flavor? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out these other videos from Weird History Food.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, this one looks fun. Damn. Why can't I get lucky? Just come across something like weird and just post it for like 99 cents and all of a sudden now I have 20K? Damn, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I remember I had 2 blown Doritos in my last bag of Doritos that I ate. Katsuya, you didn't list them on eBay? Oh my gosh. You could have been rich. You could have been rich and had a new car now. Damn. Damn, can't believe you ate them. They were very, very similar to that puffed one. Wow, I don't know if I've ever eaten a puffed up one like that. If I did, I wouldn't have thought anything of it either. Who even thinks of that? Who the hell thinks of that? You pull, like, my first thought pulling a chip out like that would be like, oh, this one looks funny, and then I would just chomp it. Like, who the hell thinks to be like, oh, this chip is different from all the other ones. Maybe it's worth something. Yeah, make TikTok video about puffed up Dorito, list on eBay, profit. The new way to become a millionaire.